Former Miss Universe and Bollywood actor Lara Dutta ने Zoom से exclusively बात की. While she spoke about a lot of things during this interview, she also mentioned her stand on Me Too movement. Let's hear her out.
See, to be very honest, a lot of when Me Too started happening, a lot of the names that were being taken were people that I've worked with, people that I'm friends with, and the point of the matter is not who are the people that are being named. You know what I'm saying? That today, the fact of the matter is if you decide to take a stand, you either take a stand, you're either for it or you're not. You know, so if I am for it, regardless of what those repercussions are going to be, because I have no control over what are the names that are going to come out.
Yeah.
But regardless of what the repercussions are going to be, and they're bound to be repercussions, it's a small industry, it's a very close-knit industry. You either believe a woman when she says she's gone through what she's gone through, or you call her a liar.
Yeah.
You have two choices. So for me as a woman, I stood because of what I have seen. I can't say that I have experienced a Me Too moment in my career, but from what I have seen around me, yes, a lot of times people have said, oh, but you know, certain women have abused that, they've really taken advantage of it. Yes, possibly, yes, that has happened as well. But that does not mean that every single woman that has spoken out has been somebody that's, you know, decided to victimize herself and take advantage of a situation. So you either take a stand or you don't take a stand. And I think with Hesh and me, we have honestly nothing to lose. We're self-made people. We came from nowhere. We made whatever that we did on our own 2 feet. So it's not about standing here and pointing fingers or sitting on a high horse and pointing fingers at anybody else. But all that we ever wanted to ever say is that it's about time that women got their due, you know, that voices got heard. And that's about it. So if at the end of the day, if people are going to go running because of whatever they might feel that they're going to be called out or, you know, whatever's going to happen, that's their business. You know, at the end of the day, it's exactly the same, whether it's Me Too or whether it's the HIV/AIDS campaign, you either take a stand or you don't.
Well, there you have Lara Dutta articulating very well that you're either with a movement or you're not with the movement. You're never in between it. Well, I think, Gunjan, that's quite well said, right?
Absolutely, and it was high time it had to be said because we saw that a lot of people spoke about Me Too movement when it was comfortable to talk about it. Jaise hi the eyes or the fingers were on somebody in their circle, we saw a lot of people who sort of held back या फिर उन्होंने उसके बारे में बात करना शुरू कर दी, or that is where the benefit of doubt started creeping in. But like she says, the rules are same. You can be for it and you can be against it. It's like being pregnant. You're not halfway there. You know, you have to commit to it. So if you are for the movement, then you have to go all the way through it.
Yeah, and like she said that, you know, there have been cases where, you know, there have been false claims against various men. I mean, we saw the whole Karan Oberoi situation a couple of months ago, jahan par he was falsely accused of being an abuser to his female counterpart, and then through investigations they realized that this was actually a fake allegation. Having said that, I mean, he did still suffer a lot of time in jail unnecessarily without him being actually guilty. But that's what she says, that there are going to be some casualties. There will be some people who will suffer, you know, just to kind of make the movement pick up steam and become a larger topic of discussion.
Right.
And that's the case with everything.
True, but
you know?
that's, yeah, also not to forget that this is just the 1 or the 2% of casualties that we're talking about. The 98% of the cases, we can't sort of brush them under the carpet. And the fact is that 98% of the women have true stories and they finally have a platform. तो भाई उनको बोलने दीजिए 1 or 2%. So I think it's sort of like anything that good comes, there is some bit of bad that's going to happen. But then I think that is why you take the legal course, right?
Right. You know what's also really interesting about Lara Dutta's statement is that वो कह रही हैं कि इंडस्ट्री एक बहुत छोटी जगह है, alright, और सभी लोग सब एक दूसरे को जानते हैं. और कुछ समय पहले, you know, we were talking about how Mahesh Bhupati had actually, you know, written an article and he had spoken about how everyone who is on a set and who is an observer to this kind of misdemeanor and misbehavior is an accomplice to, you know, this kind of abuse. So she has actually said that, you know, that this is something that we have to take a stand against. You have to believe the woman when she is saying that, because it's not like she hasn't seen it in her surroundings.
Right, and for them, Manish, बहुत ज़्यादा important हो जाता है क्योंकि every time fingers are sort of pointed at somebody ना, their close friend comes out and says, हमारे साथ तो ऐसा नहीं हुआ. You know, we don't know him as this person, and that
which
is
may be true. true. Which may be true. I mean, आपके साथ नहीं हुआ, but इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि नहीं हो रहा है.
Exactly.
You know, so that's the thing that one needs to look at.
And that is why it's also very important that Mahesh Bhupati, when he said about this, he said it didn't happen to Lara. But every time she would come back from houseful sets and they were dating at that point in time, she knew this was happening to somebody else. And at that point in time, they were complicit. The fact that they didn't take the ownership of saying something or not even saying right now sort of adds to the whole equation. So we know, and I think that is where she's sort of pointing the fingers ki industry itni choti hai. Probably it might not be happening to you, but you know who it is happening to. And even after knowing that, because it hasn't happened to you, if you don't say, you are against the movement.
That's right. That's actually a great way of summing it up, Gunjan. And of course, Lara Dutta calling a spade, saying you're either with a movement or against a movement, whether it is the rights of the LGBTQ community or the HIV Foundation or the Me Too movement. And those of you sitting at home and watching this, or wherever you are watching this, do write in and let us know what you think about Lara Dutta's statement.
Watch Planet Bollywood from Monday to Friday at 9 p.m. only on Zoom.